I used to be scared to death of them. To the point he didn't want to come outside. I didn't understand it because I'm from downtown. You heard? We had our own set of killers.
The Roc-A-Fella podcast.
Dame impact in Harlem was nothing. Not to say it like that. Dame came up under hustlers that impact was it. He was a little dude when it came to hustling in Harlem. He wasn't not no Rich Porter, none of that type of. He wanted to hustle. He wanted to hustle for niggas like Rich Porter and that. Dame from the east side. We the niggas on the east side is different from the niggas from the west side. Now for the east side, Dame was a big deal to us because we were little when he was coming from the west side, little car, jewelry, and all that. So when you're young, he's looking like Rich Porter, but in reality, you know, he was like this. Nigga, go to the store, nigga, take a couple grams, get out of here.
The Roc-A podcast.
When he canceled out the street side of it and go into the music business of it, what was his impact with Dipset at that time?
He didn't have no impact with Dipset. Dipset, we made our impact on our own.
When y'all came over to Roc-A-Fella, did y'all bring a certain energy that kind of ruffled the feathers of like state property and people like that?
When we came over to Roc-A-Fella, it was all love. Everybody in the studios doing music, state property, Fleek and them, diplomats. Everybody was doing music there for that. Started until they went through all that damn shit.
Could you ever say Cam took over the Rock, huh?
I mean, in that sense,
The Roc-A podcast.
Mace was talented. He was a dancer. And Mace didn't excel at the rapping really to after high school. They started getting on it, and then he excelled and then started getting on first and signed first, and then now help Cam and everybody get on this. But as far as making a name for themselves in the street, nobody had no name in the street like that. You know what I mean?
Big L.
Right.
Big L had a name for himself. He was rapping early. He was signed early. He had some dangerous brothers.
That what Cam said.
They was uptown, really shaking and moving. You dig? And that's not my part of town. I was uptown. You dig? Yeah, Cam used to be scared to death of them niggas to the point he didn't want to come outside. I didn't understand it because I'm from downtown. You heard? We had our own set of killers.
The Roc-A podcast.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and I had a link in the description where you can watch the clip in the beginning in full from the No Rap Cap podcast, as I'm already tapped in. They up out of New Orleans doing their thing. And when I seen this, I said it ain't nowhere in the world that Cameron don't respond, but I was expecting a response out of Dame Dash as well. And I said somebody else might have something to say about this also. With everything going on, 50 Cent might jump in. And I said, well, we'll see what happens. Well, next thing you know, Cameron went up on the gram and said, hey, how you worried about me when your heat off and your rent due? Said he heard it was 7 degrees in the Bronx last night. And I was like, well, I don't know for sure. He could be saying that to anybody because there was some clips coming down for the new Revolt episode. So I was like, who can Cam really be talking to? I said, I'm thinking Jim Jones, but he ain't put a name on it. But there you go. In a little bit of time, 50 Cent came up and reposted and said, dang, I hope you could all chip in and get the heat back on. And with that happening, I said he ain't talking to nobody else but Jim Jones with this because 50 threw it out there that they were squatters and the rent wasn't being paid. And we know how this stuff go in this industry. People be talking. People be on that side. They be on that side. People be sending info. This is what this game is at times, bro. You got to know that already. And then it's a small world. People gonna talk. They gonna tell it. So I don't know if that's true or not. We can't confirm that. But hearing what he said right there, I'm expecting Dame Dash to even come in with him saying, hey, he was a little guy out there and things. Don't nobody want to be called the little guy. It's like Jim Jones just letting it all fly on there, just keeping it all the way 100 in the realm of like, he might feel that this is like the truth or feel like, hey, this is how I saw it. But you know how this is, and this is with anybody, nigga. Anybody in this game, anybody in this life, you don't want certain words thrown out or certain descriptions being depicted of you on a platform, and especially the guys involved right here, all of them, they got an ego about themselves. As every man is supposed to have, like, hold on, bro, what you saying right there? Like, hold on, what you mean right there? So Jim Jones would he want nobody to go on the platform and talk about him like that, but he obviously like, hey, I'm just on here popping it. And with that happening, for me, the beef already going on with Jim Jones and Fab and Dave East and Mano with 50. That's already a conversation itself. The tension already been brewing since last year when the end of 2024, 50 had made the appearance on Cameron Talk with Flea show, and Jim Jones' name came up, but Jim Jones didn't respond until like January 2025 when he went on the Respectfully Just a Little Boy show, and that started the whirlwind right there. Cam and Jim was going back and forth, and then and then 50 got involved as well at that time, and it's still been up there with Jim ever since 450. And then the stuff with Yayo recently, that kicked it off, and then now we've been having this latest stuff with all of them. Songs got dropped, but I knew that Cameron would respond. He'll probably be talking about this on the next, I don't know, he said he wasn't going to really address the personal stuff no more, but I know most definitely Dame Dash is going to come with something. And for me, to keep it all the way 100, just anytime and I got to go watch that full interview because I love the conversations of that era, just hearing anything new or something I might not heard before when it comes to Roc-A-Fella, the Dynasty, then that coming in with state property, then that bringing in Dipset, that era of Roc-A-Fella. That's when I was glued in on everything coming out, every artist. I was really just playing that one for Petey the other day when they was in the video and everybody was doing the little Dame Dash dance and all that. That was hard, and Beanie Siegel had the Mac Bit shirt on. Like, that was really an era for me, like seeing the state property movies, the Paid in Full movie, all the albums, all the tapes, Dipset Impact. I rock with State Property Impact. I even went back, that made me go put in that Becoming album with Beanie Siegel, that one with him and Young Chris, I Can't Go On This Way. Then I went through there, did the Wanted with Beanie Siegel and Cameron, did the It's On with Jay-Z. I was just letting them ride. I was going through them, like going back through them times, bro. And at that same era, that was the time the clips that came out. That was the time that other artists that was going crazy was coming out. G-Unit was going crazy still. So it just take me back to a big time in my life where I was like really just loving to get new albums, reading every magazine, just a kid growing up, loving this. So I'm always be a fan of it. Dame, I just covered him last week at 50 as well with the stuff with the $100 sale of his business. It happens. You can go through it. Dame, you know him. He gonna pop it. But I like what Dame did in this game, bro. I never downplay Dame influence, the stuff that he was preaching ahead of his time. And that one clip of Dame Dash on the tour bus gonna always be epic, where he says should never be one person that's owning your crew, with everybody owning your crew, just in case one person fall off or go through something or whatever, the whole crew can stand up on their own. So it's just, he done dropped a lot of gems in this game, bro. Like, salute to Dame Dash. All of them had some type of music I done jam, listen to, but they had odds now. Capital C's, 50 Cent gonna jump in it. He loves it. Controversy, chaos, confusion, conflict, and confrontation. To be a part of the conversation, keep the algorithm in confrontation, and we added 2 other capital C's to the situation. Curtis and Cent, 450 Cent. Curtis Jackson, stay on your pivot. Mo coming, all that, 1,000.